Hey, welcome back to my channel. So if you clicked on this video or you came across my page, then you're obviously interested in a job in cybersecurity. Now you can be passionate about this field, but chances are you're here because you were sold a dream, right? Maybe it was a boot camp, maybe it was from a YouTuber, and maybe it was a degree program. But somewhere along the way, someone told you that cybersecurity is the golden ticket. Well, you've been fed a lie. Because if you dig deeper, then you know that cybersecurity isn't just booming for those trying to break into the field, right? Like I explained a few videos ago, there's a clear disconnect between talent pouring in and the talent companies are actually hiring for. So that got me thinking, like, how did this come to be? Like, what started this cybersecurity boom? You know, I never got involved in cybersecurity because I loved it. I got into this because my degree path that I was on prior just wasn't delivering what I needed. See, that was back in 2019, and as I researched deeper, I realized cybersecurity just wasn't a career path. It was a buzzword. It exploded in the late 2010s, but before then, companies weren't really thinking about cybersecurity at all. So when did cybersecurity become more than a term, right? When did it become the career? To answer that, we need to look back to the 2010s.
Talking about their role and how it's trying to protect U.S. Americans from cyber attacks that are taking place. The bottom line is, Betty, we've seen over 600% increase in the amount of malicious software attacks happening to people's personal computers. The Department of Defense has even quoted figures from 6 million attacks back in 2006 to, in 3 short years, to 360 million. So quite a bit of work still needs to be done.
Back in the early 2010s, cybersecurity wasn't a common term. You had IT security or InfoSec, and most of it was just rolled into regular IT responsibilities. Sysadmins or network engineers handled everything, configuring firewalls, installing antivirus, patching servers, responding to malware. Security wasn't a department, it was a bullet point. It can be argued that only big banks, defense contractors, and government agencies had dedicated security teams. Everyone else, they kind of reacted after they got hit. Roles like threat hunter and SOC analyst didn't exist in most companies. Security was reactive, and the mindset was, why would you spend money on something that hasn't happened yet? Well, that all changed in around 2015. That year, the U.S. Office of Personnel Management was hacked, and over 21 million government workers and applicants had their data stolen. It was a wake-up call.
New tonight, the federal government is admitting that it doesn't know just how many Americans had their personal information compromised in 2 major cyber attacks.
Then 2016 happened, and Yahoo revealed a breach from 2013 that exposed 3 billion user accounts.
500 million Yahoo user accounts stolen in what some are calling one of the largest data breaches ever. The Night Team's Bill Baraha sat down with a local cybersecurity expert who says customers should be making changes to their accounts.
The DNC was hacked, influencing the U.S. presidential election, and ransomware attacks began to rise. Cybersecurity was suddenly a political issue, a business issue, a national security issue. The U.S. government started pushing hard. President Obama brought in talent tech. The CISA was created in 2018, and Trump signed executive orders in 2019 to build up the cyber workforce. Cybersecurity is no longer an afterthought. It was a priority. And when the government speaks, schools listen. College and universities rushed to create cybersecurity degrees and certificate programs. Boot camps exploded, promising 6-figure jobs in under 6 months. Professional organizations rolled out new entry-level certifications. People were told that there were a massive shortage. 3.5 million unfilled jobs, they said, near zero in unemployment, and future-proof careers. But here's what they didn't tell you. A lot of those stats came from marketing, not hard data. Some were funded by cybersecurity vendors or training companies that benefited from people believing that there was a talent crisis. Meanwhile, everyone jumped in. Program completions doubled, certs skyrocketed, LinkedIn was flooded with aspiring cyber pros. It was a gold rush. But here's where hype meets reality, right? Yes, demand grew, and yes, ransomware attacks exploded, but job postings peaked around 2022, and then they dropped. Entry-level roles started requiring 3 to 5 years of experience. Some ads asked for CISSP, multiple tools, and hands-on experience for a junior role. People who finished boot camps or got degrees suddenly found themselves stuck. No experience, no interviews, no offers. There's still a shortage, but not where you think, right? Companies need senior talent, specialized skills, not a flood of generalists with the same resume. Now, a few things change the landscape again, right? First, automation. Tasks that used to be done by tier 1 analysts are now handled by scripts and smarter software. Companies started hiring fewer people, and they want folks who can build solutions, not just respond to alerts. Second, the economy, right? COVID pushed these companies to hire fast, but by 2022, 2023, many started cutting back, right? Layoffs swept tech and cybersecurity as well. And lastly, AI screening, right? Automated systems filter your resumes based on keywords, years of experience, and certifications, right? If you don't check every box, your resume may never get seen. That doesn't mean the dream is dead, right? It just means the game has changed. Cybersecurity is still growing, but now the real demand is in threat intelligence, red teaming, privacy law, product security, cybersecurity engineering, right? The big takeaway here is just don't chase the hype, right? Chase the skills. Learn how to set up a home lab, get comfortable with scripting, understand networks, continue to contribute to real projects, right? Build a GitHub portfolio. Cybersecurity isn't dead, right? Or getting cybersecurity jobs, right? The hype just wore off. What we're left with is a real field and one that requires real skill. That one is always changing but never going away. So yeah, maybe the boom is over, but the mission, it's just getting started. Now, if you're serious about breaking in, now you know the truth. This field still needs you, but it needs a version of you that's ready to build, break, and defend. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave a comment down below and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.